Stray dogs are basically dogs that either have gone outside their properties without their owner's knowledge, or are not within a property that is fenced and they go outside the perimeter of that property.
Dambudziko rembwa dzinombeya murodhi rakati nyanyei ndirikuramba richikwira zuva nezuva. Izvi zvinokonzerwa nevanhu vanotora mhuka kati imbwa vachigara nadzo pamba asi dzisingazokwanisi kudzipa zvese zvadzinoda.
Hatina chinonzi stray dogs.
Stray dogs imbwa dzinenge dzichifamba mumaraini dzichingotenderera, asi zhinji imbwa dzatinowana dzinotenderera dzine varidzi, asi vanhu vanonge vachifunga kuti imbwa dzinotenderera dzo hadzina kana muridzi.
Yes, stray dogs are on the increase because people are not sterilizing their animals. So dogs are straying out, they are going after females that are on season. And they are now mating, and that is increasing the number of dogs, and people are not able, at the moment with the current situation in the country, people are not able to afford to look after their animals. So they are now straying out, they are going to look for food, they are mating out in the streets. So yes, the number of stray dogs is on the increase.
And with our adoption policy, we ensure that the people who adopt have got a secure property, that all dogs are sterilized, that they're able to feed the dogs, they're able to provide veterinary care. If you do not sterilize your dogs, they are going to stray. They are following their natural behavior to try and breed and have puppies.
Chinokonzera kuti imbwa dzitenderere panze pane zvinhu zvakasiyana siyana. Dzizhinji dzinobva padzimba dzavo padzinochengetwa nekuda kwechikafu. Kana pamba pasina chikafu chakakwana, imbwa dzinobuda panze dzinotsvaga chikafu mumabhini. Kweto imwe nhau yemajurawo nemafenzi. Imbwa dzinobuda dzichingoenda kwadzingotenderera. Dzidzimara dzazonosangana nedzimwe hadzi ikoko dzozvarana. Mona paita mamapapi kana mbwanana mumadhireni meme, imbwa dzoramba dzichingotenderera. Vazhinji imbwa dzinenge dzine varidzi asi dzinenge dzichibva padzimba dzadzo dzadzinogara nekuda kwezvikodzero izvo zvakataura izvozvo zvechikafu uyezve nekusava nesecurity yakakwana pamba pakanga zvakataura zvefence nejurawo.
I think to public knowledge, if they see a stray dog, one, they should avoid running, because at times a dog may just chase someone because it thinks this person's being playful or puts in an instinct to chase that person. They should walk away and call either the SPCA who can come and try and catch that dog, or make a plan to see how they best they can trap the dogs. With stray dogs, dogs are our friends. So if you see a stray dog on the street, if you're a child, go and report it to your parents and tell them to either call the SPCA to try and help collect this dog. If you're an adult, call the SPCA.
We have cases all the time actually where those animals are either, they can be a danger to the public because you don't know whether that animal has been vaccinated. And when I say vaccinated, I mean vaccinated for rabies, because rabies is rife in Zimbabwe. We also have a problem where those animals can cause a car accident by running into the street and being hit by a vehicle.
chirwere cherebhisi chirwere chinotozikanwa kuti chirwere chinouraya, kuti ukarumwa nembwa inenge nerebhisi ukasarapwa within 72 hours unogona kutobva watoshaya ipapo.
Anti-rabies vaccines are extremely expensive. You need 3 doses of anti-rabies vaccines, and those 3 doses will cost you in excess of $100. And given the economic setup right now, it will be very difficult for the ordinary person on the street to set aside $100 just to get vaccinated against rabies. It becomes a vicious cycle. That is why there is this bylaw. That is why we insist that stray dogs must be cowed.
If a dog has chased you or you've been bitten by a dog, go clean that wound, go see your nearest clinic for that they can treat you, but also notify us for that we can try and catch this dog as well. Don't stone any stray dog that you just seen, because at times it might be a wandering dog that's going back to its home and they know about, how to get back. By stoning this dog, you may provoke it and put this attack instinct.
That every day we receive cases abandoned dogs. Yekuti munhu anongobva paproperty achienda kana maybe awana imwe imba yanenge awana ongosiya imbwa dzaye dziri paya paya haataurire kana munhu kana chii. Saka akatinzoti musikana yarutichiwa.
Sorry, I'm just trying to coordinate which report are you going to?
To Roseville.
You're going to Rhodesville?
Yes.
You go to Rhodesville, I'll send the other team to Mill Road.
All right, that's
okay,
fine.
because it's got a pit bull on the side of the road. Okay, thanks.
All right.
We encourage the public to please, if they have to own an animal, if they want to own an animal, to please keep their animal within a confined area within their property. The dangers of the dog actually getting out onto the road encourages the animal to, like I said before, be hit by a car or to bite a passerby. That bill will now go to the owner.
Alright, tukienda pana Pierce Road. Pane ma stray dogs ari papo. Akabatwa nemunhu ane munhu right now. Stranger siri muridzi wadzo. Saka zvinoita vanhu vane chido nembwa nyangwe tsiri dzavo akadzora dzifamba murodhi anogona kumira odzishedza then ozoshedza SPCA. So ndo zvatiri kuitika pane zvinezvi pane kesi yatiri kutoenda izvozvi. Pane munhu afonda SPCA uyo arapwa totosvika akatomira nembwa dzashona uyo. Saka tonoti vakomana varumbera vachazama kuita sei avo. Saka ndinenge nditsanangura kuti mbwa dzacho dzapinda mugedho.
Michaela!
Say.
Dave.
Give me a guess.
Lady, come. Come, lady, come. Come.
adzora padziri kusvika mbasi kunoka gedhi revanhu rivavhura gedhi vasapinda saka atosevha chi imbwa dzevanhu
saka maona kuti hasi ma-stray dogs man they are being owned. Someone is just left, irresponsible owner who's just left his gate open.
manje vamwe vazhinji manje vanoti vachingodziona dzadai so dzifa murodi tora matombo ngotema toda kutodzitsika nemotikari
But there's stories dzemunhu
manje uyu munhu anoratidza kuti munhu ane chido nemunhu atomisa motikari yake akamira svika tasvika saka takutarisa manje tione kuti sei imbwa dzinobuda ende tofanira kuvaudza kuti ngwa vanofanira kugara vakaita se vakavhara gedhi ravo.
tawana report yekuti pane imbwa dzawanikwa dzichimhanya pakona paHarare Drive naPS. Saka isu setimu tiri rescue team inobatsira pakuti imbwa kana dzichinge dzarasika tinofonerwa tonzi ndai munobatsira mutore imbwa dziya todziendesa kuSPCA dzinochengetwa muridzi achimirira kuzodzitora nekuti imbwa isinoti imbwa ifamily, part of the family. Saka techiti imhuri yako. Saka kana tadzitora imbwa dziya tonodzichengeta kupi kuSPCA. Asi kune mutemo wekanzuru anonzi municipal bylaws anditika ndo anochengetedza mhuka dzacho munyika munomu kuti kana imbwa ichinge yarasika kunofonerwa SPCA. Isi tine tiri municipal pound tisi tinokwanisa kutora imbwa yaya toichengeta takamirira muridzi kuti auya ati imbwa ndeyangu.
Kuti mhuka hadzitaure hadzikwanise kutaura kuti hautonichengeta zvakanaka, so isusu we try by all means kuti dzibatsire nekuti dziri padisadvantage. We actually have limited resources that now. Total my challenges, fuel and all those stuff. But with the little resources that we have, we make sure that we try to attend my case is at no for the run. And my phone is regularly. I don't know much more than continuously.
Asapa zvaitika ndezvekuti hatina kungomhanya kuti titi imbwa iye haina muridzi. Tatevera imbwa dziya dzikanotitaridza padzo padzinogara dzikasvika kuvhura gate. Zvinoreva izvo kuti imbwa idzi dzine muridzi wadzo asi dzinobuda sekuti imbwa inokwanisa kungobuda ichida kungofamba ichingotendererawo panze. Saka imbwa idzi dzakwanisa kuwana muridzi. Asi kune mutemo uriko unochengetedza mhuka. Ndiyo yatinoti Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act yacho. Ndiyo yatakaappointwa isusu ma-inspectors kuti tichengetedzewo mhuka nekuti mhuka hadzitauri.
We're just a small team, but we try to attend to every case in the report one. Whether it's after hours, someone an emergency phone. So apart from going up an case, pana ina machi nigiri mat nigiri.
Ilipa
Roadsview Avenue.
Yeah.
Abana number.
Abana number.
Okay.
175 Roadsville.
175 Roadsville. Azibane imbwa ipapo ingori pa road yakatomira nemunhu. It's emaciated. Which means kuti ndo mastera achimbotaura nezvawaya kuti vanhu vanenge vachadza kufidha imbwa dzavo saka dzimara dzakufamba murodhi dzitsvaga chikafu. So this is one of the cases that we're doing right now. So hopefully tasvika ichiripo munhu wacho achinayo.
We have daily calls for surrendering of stray animals, which we call owned stray animals or free roaming dogs. These dogs are sometimes in the rural areas or areas where the public cannot reach us. They cannot get their dogs to us via a vehicle or on a lead because it's just too far with the distances. So we have got a toll-free number which we have incorporated so that from these areas the people can actually call in to us for help in surrendering an animal.
You see how other people Hey. Mikela budeo. Trawishes.
Once we have received a call on our toll-free number, we will then allocate a team of our inspectors to come out to the area and collect those animals.
Kargubi. What? Kakaonda jamani. Ngatikadzikise uzasi koko. Takadzisa tunokasangana muclose.
We do not judge anybody for surrendering their animals, and we will help them under any circumstances. Some of these people may find that they've had to surrender because they cannot afford to feed their animals. They are moving home and they cannot take their animals with them. So please, rather than leaving your animals behind, please call us and we will allocate a team to come and help you. We do not charge for the service and we do not judge anybody.
When a stray comes to SPCA, we scan it first to see does it have a microchip. If it's microchipped, it's easy to trace back to the owner, and the owner can come collect their dog. But if it doesn't have, it will be vaccinated, assessed. If it's not healthy, it will be treated. If it's got serious conditions, I think I like my fractures and stuff. Unfortunately, it will have to be put down. But then generally they come in, we assess the health, we scan, and we vaccinate them. And then they stay here for the counter.
What's a microchip?
A microchip is a small chip that goes like here in the back of a dog. That it links the dog to the owner. Ka small chip so shokuti all vet surgeons have a scanner. And they scan all the strays. It's like a stray can like a scanner. A number will come out. That number we can put it into our system, onto the website, and the owner details will come out. That's like a microchip.
We also have some dogs which we receive like continuously, maybe 3 times in a year as stray dogs. Those are got a compulsive stray dogs, which means they got a compulsive behavior, which regularly jump out of the property, where maybe they got all the facilities in the property, but they are just used to jump out of the property. We always encourage the owners to try to improve the size of the wall and also to improve the kennels and everything, and try to identify the causes of such behaviors and socialize with the pets so that they don't always jump, because sometimes it's due to lack of attention and socialization. So it's not necessarily that if a dog is microchip it doesn't jump out or it doesn't stray out, but the number of times we catch the dog outside the road, it gives us a clear picture of the causes that it may be the owner is lacking something, is not providing something to the dog. So under those circumstances, we also follow up with the owner to try to educate the owner on responsible ownership.
So if you've got a dog that you want to surrender, you can either drop it at the SPCA or you can call us to come and pick it up. When we come over to collect the dog or you bring the dog, you fill in a form. Basically, this form gives us the history of the dog, like the age, what's the name of the dog, as well as to tell us whether it's friendly with children, friendly with chickens or things like that. Because what happens at the SPCA is we'll keep the dog for about 4 or 5 days at the surgery, then we bring it down to our rehoming kennels. When we bring it down to our kennels, we want to find someone who wants to adopt this dog, to keep this dog. And we make sure that we look at the history for that. If the person says that, oh, this dog is not good with children, at least you can say, well, with this dog we can't give it to you because you've got kids under a certain age and we're afraid it might harm the kids. So we'll tell them to look for another friendlier dog. Or if this person said that their dog is good with chickens and livestock, we can say, okay, since you've got chickens at your property, this dog will not attack your chickens.
There are about a pack of 30 dogs that run around the neighborhood from time to time. 29 males and 1 female. So when the female dog is in heat, they're running around and they're causing fights. There have been 2 rabies cases in the neighborhood. And, well, I myself have adopted a stray dog.
This is our quarantine area. So we keep the dogs here for about 5 to 10 days extra before we move them and start pairing them off with other dogs. Here they'll be getting socialized with our team, with our kennel hands here, who monitor the dogs, feed the dogs, clean the kennels each and every morning. And also if the dog looks sick or injured, they'll call the vet who comes to treat the dogs, or they'll send them down to our surgery quickly for that everything is okay. With the dogs that we get at the SPCA for rehoming, our policy is we will sterilize the dogs. The reason for this is we do not want dogs to go out to a new property and breed. Then we'll have more problems with people having puppies which they throw out because they cannot take care of the puppies or anything. So it's best to sterilize your dogs. That's what we advise, so that you do not have any unwanted puppies, or you cannot say, I can't afford to take care of the puppies. Then you end up opening your gates and then they become another dog on the road.
Okay, but would you say the problem of stray dogs is a growing problem in Zimbabwe?
It's a growing problem because, like I said, most people don't sterilize their dogs. So they say, oh, I want to have puppies. Then as soon as they've got 10 to 20 puppies, it hits them that they have to vaccinate these puppies. Puppies need to get vaccinated at 6 weeks. If that's the first vaccination. So if you've got a bill of, let's just say you've got 10 puppies, and you have to pay X amount for the first vaccination, it becomes a lot. Then you also have to factor in the food that you have to feed these puppies. It's also a lot. So you'll have friends who will say, I'll take the puppies, I'll take the puppies. Then your friends don't come. They're now left with 5 to 10 dogs on your property. And most people, as soon as the dog goes outside the gate, they'll close it out and say, it's no more my dog. It's now a problem on the streets. That's the problem that's also contributing to the stray dog situation. So if you've got a new dog or if you've got a new pet on your premises, even if it's yours right now, sterilize it. That's the wisest way to go. So if it's a male, get it castrated. If it's a female, get it spayed, so that you will not have any issues of puppies or even the males jumping over the wall to go and mate the female because she's in heat. There's a female in heat in the neighborhood somewhere.